1, 2, 3 puzzles from Alexander Majorich, Pelikan's original design, a puzzle from Alphonse Eichmann's, and a new addition to Euclid puzzle series. These are 6 new puzzles from the next Pelikan release, and in the next couple of minutes I will tell you a little bit more about these puzzles. I'll start my review with the Penta Stamp puzzle. It will be available in 2 different versions. The first one is Cherry and Acacia, and the second one is made from Cherry and Venga. This puzzle has 6 parts. 3 of them are identical, all of them are pentacubes, and 3 other parts are different tetracubes. The goal of the puzzle is to put all parts inside the frame. But that's not the only goal of this puzzle. You can also put all parts except one inside and make one of the pentaminos on top. And the number here just says the number of possible solutions. It doesn't say which piece you have to remove, which one of the smaller pieces you have to remove, but then when you have 5, you have to put everything back inside and try to figure out the correct solution. So for example, if I put parts like so, that's not the correct solution since this layer is not a full 3x3 and on top is not the pentamino shape. So quite a nice puzzle with multiple solutions. If you like puzzles with more than one goal, this is a very nice one to play. The next puzzle, also designed by Alexander Majorich, it is called Lomilomi. This puzzle has 4 parts and a frame, and the goal of the puzzle is to put all parts inside the frame. If you take a closer look at the parts, you will find that all 4 of them are identical. Let me show it to you like that. You can see all 4 parts are exactly the same, and the puzzle comes disassembled. So you have to figure out the way how to put parts inside the frame. The number of moves is not extremely high. It is actually quite a low number of moves to put everything inside, but what's make it difficult is that the puzzle comes in a disassembled state. So you have to figure out the way how you put parts inside and how they will be inside of the frame, and that makes this puzzle much more challenging. Once it will be assembled, it will be not so hard to take it apart since, as I mentioned, the number of moves isn't high, but it will be quite a challenge to find how to put everything inside the frame. And the third puzzle from Alexander Majorich is Addition of Additions. It is made from 2 different types of wood, babinga and oak. It comes in a box with a lid that closes the box and secures all the parts inside. When you open it, you can remove the parts from the frame, and you will find that this puzzle has 6 parts. Some of them are quite complicated, like this one or this one. And the goal of the puzzle is, again, first one is to put all parts back inside, which will be quite a challenge. And then there are a bunch of other different goals that you can try to achieve. There are actually 12 different challenges. Some of them have only 1 solution, some of them have up to 15 solutions, but anyways, it is quite a challenge to find solution of each and every challenge. And again, it's a puzzle with multiple challenges. If you're a fan of such puzzles, it will be a nice addition to your puzzle collection. The name of the next puzzle is Snail, and it's Pelikan's original design. This puzzle was made using 2 different types of wood, maple and American walnut. The Snail puzzle has 9 parts, and the goal of it is to take it apart and reassemble it again. This is a very beautiful puzzle, and it is quite challenging to take it apart. The assembling will be a little bit easier once you know the disassembling, but it will be quite a challenge to take it apart because of the amazing and high quality of Pelikan's production. The parts fit so nicely together that it will be very difficult to find even the first move. And once you found the first move, usually in this type of puzzles, when you remove the first piece, it's easy to take it apart. But here it will keep you thinking almost till the very end, and then when you have all parts disassembled, you have to assemble everything back together. So it's an interesting and a very beautiful puzzle. The name of the next puzzle is Paragus, and it was designed by Alphonse Eichmann's. This puzzle was made using 3 different types of wood, Paduk, Venga and Ash, and the goal of the puzzle is to take it apart and reassemble it again. Right from the very beginning, you will find that you can easily move a lot of parts in this puzzle, and what's interesting, one of the layers can be rotated 360 degrees. And that makes it quite difficult to solve the puzzle, since you don't know how it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be facing this direction, or maybe you have to rotate it 180 degrees actually, and start solving it from this position. So it has a lot of different possibilities, and it will be quite a challenging puzzle. It requires like 31 steps to take it apart and 31 more steps to assemble it again. And the size of the puzzle is quite unusual. Usually these type of puzzles are much bigger. This one is quite small. And the last puzzle from this release is called Euclid meets Fuller. By the name of the puzzle, you can guess that it was designed by Dr. Volker Latusek. The Euclid meets Fuller was made using 4 different types of wood: Paduk, Babinga, Jatoba, and American walnut. And the goal of the puzzle is obviously to put all 4 parts inside the frame. And it will be quite a difficult challenge, since it is a puzzle from Euclid series, and usually these puzzles are quite difficult. The name of the puzzle is Euclid meets Fuller, and it was dedicated to Eric Fuller. When designing the puzzle, Dr. Volker Latusek decided to go with a cube-shaped box, and one of the parts that is cube as well, and then 3 more parts that you have to fit inside. If you take a close look at the parts, you will find that all of them are different. They have different sizes, and when you try to solve the puzzle, you will find that it is not as easy as it may look, since if you just randomly put some of the parts inside, you will find that there is like a lot of space left, and you can probably stick many more parts inside. But when you try to put the last piece in, you will find that it goes like so, but then you can't fit it all the way inside. But all 4 parts are supposed to be below the lips of the frame. And I already solved the puzzle, and it is a very difficult puzzle. Probably one of the most difficult in Euclid series. The solution is so difficult that it is very difficult to find it. It is very difficult to spot the moves. And when you already know how to put parts inside, it will be very difficult to put these parts in the correct positions. And the craftsmanship from Pelikan makes this puzzle even more challenging, since if the parts will be just 1/10 of a millimeter bigger, the solution will be impossible. But they fit so nicely that it is really difficult to spot the correct moves, and you have to be very precise in moving the parts in order to solve the puzzle. Only 6 puzzles in this release. We already got used to having 8 and more puzzles in each Pelikan release, but this time they decided to go with 6. And all these puzzles will be available at Pelikan's website starting from this Friday, April 14th, 2023, 10 AM Central European Time. Set the alarm so you don't miss a chance to buy one of these amazing puzzles. Link to Pelikan's website in the video description. Thank you for watching. See you next time.